The CoinDesk Spotlight is brought to you by Nexo, the place to earn on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more.
The NFT marketplace is heating up. U.S. crypto exchange Coinbase is launching Coinbase NFT, which will allow users to buy and sell Ethereum-based digital collectibles. And the announcement comes just a day after rival exchange FTX US announcing a marketplace for Solana-based NFTs on Monday, with plans to support other blockchains, including Ethereum, in the future. Joining us now is FTX US CEO Brett Harrison. Hi there, Brett. So it's getting quite crowded and competitive in the NFT space. Is this, I guess, is it the concern out there? Is this a bubble or is this serious demand out there?
We do see incredible serious demand out there. You know, earlier in the summer, it did seem like NFTs had entered some kind of a bubble. But at this point, it seems like there is true staying power to NFTs. You know, at this point, over $10 billion worth of NFTs have traded in the secondary market across all blockchains. Over $1 billion worth of Solana NFTs have traded, even though Solana NFTs, as you know, a hot item for the NFT market out there, have only really come onto the scene in the last couple of months. And every day we see dozens of new projects of NFTs getting released, and we don't think that this is going anywhere. You know, NFTs themselves right now have a mix of different applications, and in terms of where you see a lot of the trading volume happening, they're more in this sort of collectible type space with, you know, primarily artwork. But there are so many different possible applications for NFTs, and we're just starting to scratch the surface. You know, for example, NFT gaming is going to be an extremely hot area. And as marketplaces develop, like FTX US, as regulated, safe, controlled environments for people to be able to actually engage in this market in an easy way, just as easy as they would with the spot crypto market, it's going to make onboarding those new kinds of applications for NFTs in the future just all that much easier.
So Coinbase and FTX kind of released this NFT product sort of within days of each other, but there's one critical difference in that Coinbase is an Ethereum-based NFT, and you guys are doing a Solana-based NFT. Can you explain the logic of that? Why did you guys choose Solana?
Sure. So yeah, we saw that Coinbase also released in their intentions to later in the year or early next year have their own Ethereum-based NFT platform. So FTX US intends to be able to support multiple kinds of blockchains, primarily Solana and Ethereum for NFTs. That's currently where the two hottest markets are right now for NFTs. But we wanted to start with Solana because there are a lot of aspects to the Solana blockchain that make it a lot more palatable for hosting an NFT market. If you look at OpenSea, which is an Ethereum-based primarily, it supports other blockchains as well, NFT market, all of their transactions happen on-chain. So things like listing an NFT for sale or bidding a new bid on an NFT are all actual blockchain transactions, which means each one of those incurs gas fees on Ethereum. And that can be quite expensive. You know, even to just list an NFT for the first time can cost you $25, $50, or $100, which is a significant upfront cost for someone to put an NFT out there. Whereas, you know, on Solana, it's ostensibly free. And one of the benefits of FTX US compared to the other marketplaces right now, including the one that Coinbase is proposing with their external hot wallet system, is that we are a centralized exchange, which means all the transactions that occur are primarily happening off-chain. And so we don't have to worry about things like this time it takes to actually confirm a blockchain transaction or worry about gas fees on Solana or Ethereum. So I think for us to enter the Ethereum market as well, hopefully in a couple of weeks, and be able to offer bidding, different kinds of price discovery mechanisms for Ethereum-based NFT auctions, and not have to worry about the different transaction fees and times taken for the Ethereum blockchain will be a huge benefit for people looking to have a more let's call it traditional style trading experience on NFTs that's similar to they would with spot crypto.
Brett, I could talk NFTs all day. Unfortunately, there's so much other news happening as well. So I've got to ask, what's your reaction to this potential Bitcoin ETF coming to market? And on FTX US, did you guys see any action in the futures market prior to over the past week or so from institutions that may take that may have an ETF hit the market next week in preparation for it?
So we at FTX US are extremely excited about this potential for a Bitcoin ETF, in this case, the ProShares and Invesco futures ETFs. We think this is an incredible first step for the ETF market being available to ordinary investors. And futures are a very good place to start for this. Futures, as was said earlier in the program, they're a great place for price discovery, but they also have a very orderly settlement process where the daily net asset value of a futures-based ETF is based on the settlement price, let's say, of the CME future each day. And there's a very well understood, highly regulated by the CFTC, a highly efficient price discovery mechanism for these settlement prices. And so we think that is a great start to get into the ETF market. FTX US just recently closed its transaction of acquiring LedgerX, which will give us the CFTC licenses to be able to offer our own futures on Bitcoin in the US. And we think that hopefully, we will be able to someday have, an ETF based on our own futures as well. More volume trades in derivatives globally in Bitcoin than spot. So we think as it just makes a lot of sense for the first foray into Bitcoin ETFs for these to be based on futures.
Right. Just one last question I want to circle around. Since you are focused on an NFT marketplace based on Solana, there was a network failure, and that's pretty unfortunate for blockchain protocols. So I wondered, was there any concern around the security around Solana?
We definitely have no concerns around the security around Solana. The downtime that occurred about a month ago, it was resulting from a network congestion problem that was immediately addressed. We know the Solana devs and the whole team extremely well. They're some of the most talented developers on the planet, in my personal opinion. And like with any software, there are always issues and growing pains. And I think the fact that there was an outage with Solana is more a function of the fact that so much more is happening on the Solana blockchain than anywhere else, because Solana actually can support a huge amount of transactions per second. It has extremely low fees for doing transactions. And so as a place to host all sorts of applications, it's one of the most viable blockchains that's out there.